All right, let me see. Let me see. Mic check, mic check. Sound check, sound check. It works. I don't know what happened, man. I don't know what happened. I was trying to say that I hope you guys had a blessed weekend. I hope that you printed off your charts and studied and all that good stuff. So, yeah, I don't know, cuz on my end I could see it on. I guess it just wasn't. I don't know, I just all I did was restart OBS. All I did was restart OBS, man. Well, all right, whatever. Not a big deal. But everyone's saying that the sound is good. Okay, cool. That's good. That's good. Thank y'all for that. Now you see why we do sound checks, right? Now you see why we do those. Because you never know. Was good, Felix, Eli, Lee Bright, John, Willow, Naruto, Nikki. Hello, hello. What I was saying, I guess you couldn't hear me last time. What I was saying also is this is our first stream with just SMS members now. There's no more tier 1, there's no more tier 2. And I'm kind of glad YouTube did this as well. When I canceled the 1 and 2 memberships, they said that anybody that purchased a 1 or 2, like I guess for the month or for the last 30 days, that they would get a full refund anyway. So it's not like, oh, I bought a tier 2 membership for 2 weeks and then it got canceled. It's like, bro, you get a full refund. So I'm like, oh, that's pretty fair. That's pretty fair. I mean, you basically get free sauce because you were getting, 2 market reviews for that whole time. Oh, every week that whole time. So that's fine. I don't care. I do not care, my friends. What I do care about is what we're going to do here in the afternoon. I don't know. I guess so far we're going to trade higher, probably. That's what it's looking like. And I think it was. Oof. Oh, look at that. I was looking for shorts earlier before lunch, and we had a little bit of movement, and then we headed into lunch. So, well, no surprise there. Was good, Vadu? Was good, George? Tiago, welcome back. Eberneth, blessings to you as well. One thing I think about the indices as well is SPY. Because it was SPY who, I guess, still has Thursday's high. Whereas the futures, it was a little bit different. But we have Thursday's high. So Friday the 13th high has already been taken, but last week's high is still at 437.34. So we are likely going to trade up there is what I'm guessing. So right at the last few minutes of what I consider the lunch hour, very small stop run, and it looks like we're heading north. Okay, obviously not financial advice or no shit like that, but that's what I'm guessing. And that's that. So I've done a lot today, man. I just put out a reel and a short and a TikTok. email was sent earlier as well. Then we got our stream here right now. So we're doing a lot of shit, man. We're doing a lot of stuff today. Keeping it busy. So there's that. The Dow, similar story. Again, these lows here, swept at the tail end of lunch. Looks like we're trading higher. And then you see Nasdaq triple Qs. What do you notice about the tail end of lunch here? Oh, that's not a lower low, my friends. 25 people, 6 likes. Come on, man. Come on, man. You know the drill, man. You know the drill. Consistency is key. If we're not consistent in the little things, how are you going to be consistent in the big things? It's a great question. It is a very good question. So these highs here for Nasdaq, Dow, single AM high, and then again, as already mentioned, 437, 34 and above, most likely for SPY. Know what I'm saying? I'm trying to think what else. I have a special announcement, but I'm going to save that for tomorrow or Wednesday. And one thing I did finish last night too, I thought I finished this book. I didn't finish the last 5 pages until I flipped through it. So that was a very silly goose thing of me to do. I finally finished last night, How to Think Like a Roman Emperor by Donald Robertson. I mean, I've been talking about this book for a long time. And I kept saying that, yeah, I've read it. And I had the last 5 pages not read. And I'm like, wow, I've been lying this whole time on accident. So I finished up the last 5 pages, or it might have been 6 pages, but either way, I was flipping through some of the notes, right? Some of the highlights that I had in here, which again, I shared on my book page as well, the wall shelf. So it's there for you to look at. So yeah, that's always great. And then last night and the night before last, I was reading Your Next 5 Business Moves by Pat Bet David. What's this one? This one right here. Boom. Your next 5 moves, sorry. Mastered Art of Business Strategy. I don't know why I always throw business in there, but Your Next 5 Moves by Patrick Bet David. So, if you guys are looking for recommendations, I give them all the time. All the time. And he even quotes Marcus Aurelius too, that I like. You already know. But anyways, what are you guys looking at today? Y'all looking at indices? Y'all looking at currencies? What's going on? Man, that stop run on ES is like a point. I mean a tick, sorry. Like 1 tick. So that's what I'm watching for this afternoon. We'll see if we get higher indices, even though we've already launched today. Like we have launched today. We made a low in London, never came down for London's low, and we are massively higher. So here's the thing about that is, you know, I tell you guys from time to time that whenever we have lows like this, that's usually a downside objective, right? And so for me, it's like, well, yeah, but we also diverged here as well. So it's like short-term bullishness, and then later on that could be a stop or a target for shorts. You know what I mean? Like I'm basically expecting this to be left open for now and then go up there is basically what I'm saying. What I would watch here, again, this is, I'm not telling you to trade this, okay? I'm not telling you to do that at all. But I would watch this here. I would want to see what we do here. Imbalance, potential mitigation, overlap. The only thing that would be better is if we had equal highs or something. That would be nice. We don't have that. We just have the AM high by itself, and that's it. Looking at both, just haven't found anything I like yet. Yeah. I get it. You know, I guess if it was me, if I was playing like short-term options here, I would probably want to long this. I would watch this as well. Again, I'm not telling you to trade this, okay? I'm just telling you to watch it. I would want to see what we do here. I want to see what we do here. Because I still think we could trade below this low, because that's a shallow run. But if I had to say, I think we could probably dip in here and then rally. Again, not a trade recommendation. Okay, I'm not telling you to do that. I'm just watching it for now. Welcome to the chat, Stephanie. I was looking at your comments. We had no sound for some mysterious and unknown reason. But we're here now. So you guys aren't looking at anything? You're just waiting for me? Or what? You guys got to be looking at something. There's like 30 of you on here. You're telling me you're not looking at anything today? No currencies, no indices, no metals, no nothing? We're just all on the sidelines today? Eli says, looking at Coinbase, Uber. The heart is in the way. I'm assuming that's BTC for Bitcoin. And then British pound. Yeah, I only looked at Bitcoin earlier because a lot of people were talking about it on Twitter. Oh, the Dow ripped through that pretty easily. As did SPY. That's more of a pronounced run. Yikes. Did we get that high on Nasdaq? No, we didn't. We did not. We came for lows instead. Well, good thing we didn't trade that, because that would have been a easy loss. But that is interesting though, how we did that. Huh. Well, anyway. You see why I would have preferred if Dow had highs other than just a singular high? Because of shit like this. Stuff like this. It looks like a mitigation. It's got the imbalance there, and then it just absolutely dominates through that. And at the same time, we do have this gap at the open too. So let me explain something to you real quick as well before I get back to the chat. This shit right here, okay? This is exactly what I'm talking about when I tell you that I feel like I'm trading late, right? We gapped up, small retracement. So if your range from Friday's low to today's high, look, you're in this upper like 25%. You're in the upper range. So this ends up being a short-term stop run, and then it trades lower again. And that looks like a mitigation from this morning. So stuff like this used to piss me off. Like, I used to be like, bro, what the fuck? I'm like, it's a stop run. That's a mitigation and an imbalance. Why did it lose? And that's when the logic comes in, right? Look at the range, bro. This is the upper range. So it's not a surprise. This is usually a time when I get it wrong too. Okay, so there's that. Same thing on the other indices, right? Friday's close, we gapped, we've ran retracement rally, and I guess anyone in the afternoon trying to chase it go higher, they just dip below these lows. So I used to get really mad at shit like this, and I explicitly told you don't trade it, or I at least said this was not a trade idea. Okay, so there's a little quick lesson for you free of charge. All right, that used to make me really mad, but now it's like, nope, we left that open. So hey, what are you gonna do? That would have made a lot more sense if we took that. We didn't. So if it were me, if I was watching this today and you waited to go long, went long, took a loss, now you're trying to short, but you've got all these highs here. When stuff like this happens, like when I would consider out of tune, like a guitar who sits in the garage for a decade. You pick up that guitar and it's going to be out of tune. When I am out of tune with the market, that's when it's like, all right, bro, just come back tomorrow. Just come back tomorrow. And that's kind of how I'm feeling right now. So there is that. We all have lower highs technically, and we'll just have to wait and see. Originally this morning at the open, or like near the open, when I was staring at the 1 minute time frame, we had these equal lows here at 43.77. If we take that, I wouldn't be surprised. But I'm not gonna lie to you, I am a little bit surprised how we got there. Because we came back above 44.07.75 one more time, and then we absolutely just ripped everyone's fucking throat. What do you think that is? 44.07.75. Before I tell you, what do you think that is? Or I might have slipped up and told you earlier. But yeah, we'll take a look at Coinbase and Uber, I guess. Even though Uber's like dog shit. They lose like $3 billion a year. It's disgusting. All those fucking fees too, bro. I order $20 worth of food. It comes out to like $55. I'm like, bro, what? And your company's like not even profitable? Where the fuck is the money going? Sure as shit ain't going to the drivers. So where's it going? Well, you know what? You guys are right. I don't think there's any news, but globally, there is some crazy shit going on. So you never know. You know what I mean? Like things are popping off. I don't even have the news on. I don't watch the news. So I'm probably not going to be aware of some shit that's going down. So here's my thought process. If I'm wrong about SPY not wanting to go to that last week's high on Thursday, if I'm wrong about that, we have clearly ripped to the downside. I mean, this is a huge, I guess, displacement or whatever, if you want. So if you want to consider that, if we flip this idea like, okay, well, if we were long, but it's not going higher, and if we switch our bias, these highs here, and I guess this high here, that's been cleared. These lows down here, I don't think it's very distinctive. I don't think it stands out all that much. But I guess if that's what the market is going to gun for, this may be a mitigation. And I'm saying maybe because I'm not really entirely confident in that. But it's something that I will watch. Okay. I don't know. But this looks ridiculous. Just no wicks on the upside, just straight dumpage. So, you know, there's that. By the middle line on the rectangle tool, because my rectangle, causing my rectangles to move without me clicking on them as it overlaps the price horizontally. Yeah. Well, that is one thing that they finally incorporated it, with the box, is the halfway point. I asked them to do that years ago. And they were like, well, it's kind of a small niche. So we'll see. And then like fucking 3 years later, here we are. So I mean, that's cool, but I've been using a GAN box so long, I'm not even worried about it anymore, to be fair. I have not used it for so long that I don't even bother anymore. Again, not a trade idea. I am watching to see if this is a mitigation. If I was convinced this was a short, I would short this. I'm not convinced though. But in any other case, like let's say this high had done that. If it had done that instead, oh shit, yeah, I'd be short. But it's, to me, I just feel like I'm slightly out of tune. And I don't want to put risk on when I'm not accurate. You know what I'm saying? So hopefully you can appreciate that. Because that's hard to admit for some people. An opportunity to look because of work, but nothing popping at the moment. Good lesson to sit on my hands. Yeah, Sean, I agree. Fixing on my charts, I can't really move or warp the chart without moving my markups without actually clicking them. Yeah, Naruto, I don't know what you probably should reach out to TradingView and let them know that it might be screwed up. I don't know. Some rippers after the Asian sweep. Premium range, ESPR. That was, I think, from earlier about being wrong on Dow, right? Watching to see what we do. And we just ripped right through that shit. But yeah. It didn't code it properly, so right now the middle line is more problematic than a solution. I just keep my normal boxes then, bro. I don't keep it. Like you see just the mitigation, like just my box. I don't have the middle line checked. I just keep it how it is. And that's that. You know? You know why I am not switching my bias? Because if they waited to run Nasdaq, this might be the stop run here to then trade higher and above these highs. And if that does that, I could be wrong about assuming that this is our high, and then we could still go higher, and then I could be right originally, like on SPY. Like we could still run for this. I could just be wrong on the timing aspect of it. So what I'm saying is, what you don't want to do is go, okay, I tried to take a long, I got clapped, so now I'm gonna short because I was wrong, and then you get clapped on the short too. And now it's like, all right, bro. Now you took 2 back-to-back losses. You got, bamboozled, finessed. You got, you know? And I feel like that's what is likely going to happen. So to me, again, I would rather just not trade this market today. I would rather just wait for tomorrow or wait for something better here in the afternoon. Okay. And listen, when you watch the markets every day or you study price every day after like years and years, you're going to get discernment like that. You're going to be like, oh, well, it didn't do this. It did that instead. Well, last time it did that, and I tried to switch my bias and got finessed a second time in a row. Like, oh, it's one of those days. And on days like that, you just go, you know what, man, I'm just gonna walk and not keep pressing buttons. And that I feel like is today. If your bullish setups are just not holding, bearish setups right now doesn't look like it's getting ready to hold either, then just walk, man. I think this is 4,400 as well. There's there's a zero level right there. Now this is in the range of, or the middle of today's range. So right at 50%, it could do any fucking thing. It could go either way, bro. The Dow, I mean, probably could go either way. So, yeah. We shall wait, we shall see. But if this does go lower, I'm not going to brag about it. Not going to. Even if it does, I won't. Oh. Naruto, do you use the TradingView website or do you use the TradingView app or the phone app? Because I don't use the website anymore. I have the TradingView app like on the computer. I had it on my phone too, but that's only because, you know, sometimes you got to run to the bathroom or run to the store. And, you know, hit that red light. I need to know what the S&P is doing. You know what I'm saying? Weaving in and out of traffic. Watching charts. Oh, you use the website. Oh, yeah, that I can't help you with. I cannot help you with. You know what's interesting is with the website, you don't get enough chart room. With the app, you don't get the URL at the top and the tabs. You have tabs here. I don't think you can see that because I've got the trim on here, but just trust me, you get more chart room with the app than you do with the website. So I'm just saying. And then plus, I mean, I guess you could always go full screen, but you know, whatever. Look at that 15-minute, bro. You see that? You see that? The first 15 minutes of this afternoon session, we got violent. We did nothing throughout lunch. It's not a surprise. And then as soon as we started, or a little bit after, because 12 was here, sorry. We rallied a little bit, and then we just absolutely came for everybody's stop. The app is way better, says Lee Bright. That's good to know, says Nina. Yeah, I agree. Yeah, you guys are welcome, man. I got all kind of tips and tricks and shit. a lot of things that people need to know that don't. Like drawing straight lines, for example. You just hold shift and your line will be straight. Or 45 or, you know, whichever direction, but you press and hold shift. If you accidentally deleted all your shit Like, oh, I remove my drawings. Control Z. Bam. Brings it back. Because you'll go a step backward. Mm-hmm. Hold shift to draw straight lines. I use the magnet tool to snap lines to the high or the low that I want it to go to, so it's exact. Like this one's not exact. Now it is. You know? I'm here for you, man. I'm here for you. And so this, what did we mark this up as earlier? The 15-minute. This 15-minute imbalance. It did overreach that. That's fine. And it came all the way back up and closed. 5-minute, similar story. Just a slightly different imbalance. This would, you know, I wouldn't like the long here only because of these lows, but in a logical sense, if we were to measure I guess from the equal lows up to the high, that is a discount imbalance. So if you were shorting this mitigation, you would be shorting after a higher time frame discount concept. So because we didn't take these highs, because the Nasdaq has highs, because the S&P has last Thursday's high, because we left this like shit, and because we left this price action from a 15-minute discount imbalance, I still think we could trade higher. So I think my original idea I'm going to stick with. Okay, so I'm not trying to confuse you. I'm not trying to sound all sophisticated. I'm just trying to give you specifics. It looks like my original analysis is going to be correct, but I don't know. And again, SPY, same thing. Came back into an imbalance from the morning. This is still a premium, in my opinion. If you take the larger range from Friday's close, that's still like a premium. If you're using just this morning up to this high, again, if you think the market's going to rally here, using this range, this would technically be a discount. I just was not expecting that. So, didn't expect it, so I didn't call it out. You know what I mean? So there's that. And yeah. So we'll get this more time. While we let that print, let's head over to the metals. On an intraday basis, they look horrendous. This looks horrendous. That looks horrible. Gold looks a little bit more pronounced, but it's still kind of nasty in a general sense. When we go to the daily, the imbalance down here, remember at about 2080 roughly here at the lower end. Remember I was saying how we were respecting that on a daily time frame? And well, we are much higher, aren't we? The silver that I bought, I told you if we got below 22, I would long that. How far can price go below lows? An imbalance. Market does the same shit. Market moves from what to what? Imbalance to imbalance. Liquidity, liquidity, liquidity. Same thing, just different time frame. So I highly doubt I got over the fucking premium yet. But hey, at least you're getting a very good price, you know, despite having premiums. But let me just zoom out one more time. I'm not saying this is going to be our low, our seasonal low, like for the year and then rallying the next year. Obviously, that's what I want. But we weren't on YouTube at this particular point. But a long time ago, I pointed this out. This was a mitigation on the weekly time frame for silver. You had a mitigation here and an imbalance here as well. So we absolutely launched from that. And that was great, going from like 20 and a half to 26. I mean, it's just disgusting. And then over the last, I don't know, 6, 8 months, you know, we've been casually just fluctuating. And then very recently we traded down into this. And this is our down candle here. Fractal low, institutional candles and fractals. For my long-term students, you know what that is. Okay. And then we smacked that last week. We're trading off of it. So again, I would like to see higher pricing. I'm biased because I have physical metals. I have physical silver. So, you know, that's what that looks like. And then that is coming off this monthly down candle here as well. So that's why I posted on Twitter the other day, just so you know. I was like, when's the last time you looked at a monthly chart? I doubt, because even like some beginners, I doubt I've ever even looked at a monthly chart. Well, that's where you get that's where you get the big moves, bro. JP Morgan. Where's she at? In the 147s, we were, I brought this into your attention below this low. Again, we weren't on YouTube at this point, so you don't have to take my word for it. Okay. I brought this to your attention when we were under this low. And then we came off of it back down. And then it was back in May. I tweeted on this day in April. I'll pull that up eventually, but not today. And then I bought here on May 5th. I bought right there. And so what we've been waiting for has been months. I mean, this is all in the market reviews too. In the earlier market reviews, all this shit is in there. Because we started this whole thing months and months ago. So go back into May or even March. I don't know when we started doing market reviews, but there's got to be some shit in here somewhere. Anyway, looking for the 160s. Okay. And I was saying this back then too, is look, these big trades, they take a lot of time, bro. And the reason I don't take these a lot is because of shit like this. You got to sit through all of that. And that's why I sold on the way up. I don't remember which price levels, but I know like a new high, that was a sell some. A couple days later, selling some. I don't know the last time that I sold, but it was on the way up. And I'm just holding a little bit more to see again if we can get up here. But the whole point of me showing you this is because, you know, you see who's calling trades that are just fucking ridiculous. I mean, ridiculous. They run for months. Okay? Not all the time. All right? Not all the time. But how can you get that? John, yeah, I want to trade that runs for months too. Hell yeah, I want to just take a trade one time and not fucking worry about it for 6 months. Catch a whale trade. John, I want that. Okay, well then zoom out to a monthly time frame, my friend. What do you think that is? You know, John, I saw you talking about ranges a couple weeks ago. Well, there's all-time highs, October of 2021. There's a October 22. Okay, so exactly 1 year later, it makes a low, trades higher, and then what is this? This is a discount imbalance on the what? Monthly time frame. Congrats. You now know how to call trades bigger than anyone else on Twitter. I just gave it to you in like 2 minutes. Right there. Boom. Look at that. Okay. Monthly time frame. Some of you probably think that the monthly, like, oh man, that takes too long to pan out. Yeah, you're right. But you catch nice moves like this, and it's going to make up for a lot of losses. Those days where you tried to do too much, you tried to fucking razzle dazzle, and you just took like dumb losses here and there and here and there. One trade can make up for all of that. And that's almost the point too. That's almost the point. But that's how you do it, man. That's what top-down analysis really is. Okay? November 2020, it filled an imbalance here. Came off of that, and then an imbalance that came off of that. And now we're trading higher. Okay? Plus JP Morgan, I think, is part of the Dow Jones anyway. And this looks like hot dog water. So that's fine. But hopefully you understand my point is higher time frames, bro. Higher time frames. Let's come back to the indices for a minute because it's been a little bit. So Nasdaq came off of it. S&P again came off of that as well. What I'm looking for is to see what we've left behind. Meaning, if we've rallied off of this, like if we are going to go for these highs now, did it leave anything behind, like more specifically, an imbalance? This imbalance has been traded through multiple times. I'm going to take this off as well. I'm going to take this off too. So the idea is, all right, if we're going to go higher, we've already cleared stops. We've rebalanced some price. If we've left the lows, right? If we left an imbalance on the way to liquidity, then that's usually going to be a long position. But again, I do feel out of tune. So I could still be wrong. But I will watch it. You guys good with that? And that's why I was cycling through, because I wanted to see the Nasdaq, I think, has the cleanest set of highs here. Like on an intraday basis, I would trust this more than this shit. Okay? And then Dow, same thing. Like they are both higher here, and like that I don't like for targets. But Nasdaq, to me, it's just a lot cleaner. We almost got there. We had to stop run first. And so when I'm going through these charts rather quickly, I mean, I do it slower for you guys, but when I'm here by myself, I'm flipping through it fast. And that's why I have my, not triple screen, but I have the 3 indices on a separate window so I can watch it. But since I'm here with you guys and we're flipping through this, that's what I'm looking for. There was I'll even put this out here publicly. I put out a model that is very, very simple. And the basis of the model is an imbalance on the way to liquidity. Right? So if you think about it, if the market, okay, if the market is going to go here, if it's going to go higher, it goes lower first. So you see that. And if we left, again, these lows with an imbalance, then that's what I'm assuming would be a long. But I don't really like what we did. It's not really giving me like discount vibes either. You know what I mean? And again, that's why I was going through these other time frames to see if there's anything on the other time frames that I have missed. And the 5-minute is the only one that looks like it has a little bit of something. So, I don't know. For those who own physical metals, gold, silver, are there institutions specialized in keeping them? Are there, excuse me, are there institutions specialized in keeping them other than banks? Pierre, you mean like you want to own physical metals, but you don't want to have them yourself? Like you want another, you want to stash it somewhere else, is what you're saying. Yeah. I don't think so. I would trust a safety deposit box, but I'd rather keep them. I'd rather keep them. I've got my own protection. If you understand what that means. Fortified. That, and I live in Texas too, so not sure how that works. You answer my question. Yeah, I don't know. That would be a good question to ask Google or ChatGPT. You know, who can hold metals? Or like, give me a matter of fact. I'm gonna do that now while we wait. While we wait. Stand by. Depositories, so a private vault storage. Private companies offer vault storage services. A bank safe deposit box, that's what I said. A home safe. You said you, I'm assuming you don't want it at your home. Offshore storage facilities, facilities located in other countries. Oh, I don't know if I would trust that. I guess. I mean, if you want to do some Wolf of Wall Street type shit, I guess you could go for it. Hmm. All right. Well, there's your ChatGPT answer for you. Stephanie said, in your backyard, under the tree. Under the tree, dude. That's what we're doing. Here, I'd like to sell you this metal. Don't mind all the dirt and worms and shit. That's crazy. That is great. That is something else. I put mine in well, the coins, the individual ones I place in airtight plastic containers that I buy from the where I get them from. When you get the gold, I mean, when you get the bars, like the 10 ounce or the 100 ounce, the 10 ounce ones, they put in plastic that's sealed already. So I bought a case for it, but it comes already sealed. I'm like, oh, that's fucking great. Now the 100 ounce ones, they don't even bother to put it in anything. It's like they put mine in bubble wrap. In fucking bubble wrap, bro. Let me tell you something. 100 ounce bar, okay, at $25, $26, $27 an ounce. You're spending like $2,500, $2,600. And they give you fucking plastic wrap. Plastic wrap. Like bubble wrap. What type of shit is that? So that's just how it is. And then I think I put mine back in the bubble wrap and then I just stashed it with the rest of it. But I made it to where like it's contained so it doesn't suffer from oxidation, get all rusty. But yeah, the coins are in individual cases. Give me 1 second here. I think I might have shown you already. I think I did. I'll post it again just because we're talking about it. And I don't have anything else to do. If you go to the, because I'm not going to get it out. It's too much work. But I posted in the general chat some of those coins of what I'm talking about, how they're in cases, like plastic see-through cases that are airtight. You can see the emoji one and the one with the eagles on it, and then the ones I got recently with the, I guess that's Charles. Yeah. Something like that. You can see it if you look at it. Anyways, it's almost 1 o'clock. So what do y'all want to do? Do y'all want to keep watching this or do y'all want to hop off here? Because I feel like this may be one of those afternoons where it might not really pop off until the final hour. But we are at a very interesting place. I think people trying to short this like here or try to short it here, or who maybe caught this short. I feel like a lot of people are trying to short today's market. I mean, even I was earlier. So it's like, okay, it makes sense to now jam it up here. What are you talking about, Sean? Recent what? The silver? They're all just silver coins. Will's about to get lunch. I need to get lunch too, bro. I need to go outside and get some fresh air as well. They assume you have the appropriate safe spaces for your investment. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. You see this area right here? That's interesting. We like gapped down and then we gapped up too on the triple Qs right here. That in itself is interesting. I tell you what, before you guys hop off of here, Put an alert on SPY at 437.34. You can put an alert there for the Nasdaq. Either the triple Qs or the futures. Put an alert up here too at 15,325.75 in case those go off later. But that's what I'm thinking for today. So let me try and give you something to work with here. Okay, again, unless I'm wrong, I might be. So this is basically what I'm thinking. Okay. Trade lower a little bit and then jam up, jam higher. All right. Outside of that, I don't know. I do not know. Looks similar. Shit, I can't say that word. Yeah. Shit, I can't say that word, bro. I need to voice that one, like Google Voice. Is that the right word? It's like commemorate. Commemorative. I'm a seller, not a speller, baby. English. Something else. One's for Charles coronation in the UK. Yeah, it was I told you I was gonna buy silver if it dropped below 22. So it was dropping, and then on top of that, they were having a sale on that specific one. So me personally, I didn't care which one it was. I just wanted the physical silver. And me, I wanted the cheapest shit. All right. I wanted the cheapest one they had. So not only did silver take a dump, but then they also threw a sale on top of that. And I went, discount within a discount, baby. Sign me up. So I bought a few. I bought like 10. I didn't drop a bag on it. I bought like 10. And I'll buy more if we make new lows on silver. But celebrating his crowning, man, I don't know. I don't want to get into politics. I really don't care. I think all that shit is retarded. I just wanted to, I mean, it could have had a fucking, like the poo emoji on it. I still would have bought it because it was like the cheapest one. Can I get the difference between NQZ 2023 and US 100? Could someone explain? Yes. US 100 or US 30 or S&P, like SP 500 or SPX, those are what's called CFDs, contract for difference. Okay. NQ, ES, and YM, those are futures. So the math is different. The futures side is the regulated market. CFDs, they are very similar, but your broker can widen spreads, they can slip you, they can do crazy shit, okay? And the leverage is way different. So there you go. NQ, ES, YM, those are futures. US 100, US 30, SPX, SP 500, whatever, those are CFDs. So like CFDs, you could trade with lot sizes like a 1.0 or a 0.5 or 0.01 or whatever. futures work in contracts. You cannot partial contracts. So if I took one contract, it's all or nothing. But if I took two contracts, then I could say I could buy two here and then sell one above the highs and then hold one for the rest of the afternoon. Like that's a possibility too. Okay. Those are like, that's the introduction, the brief short summary of the differences. That and CFDs aren't legal in the US. That's probably a big one too, but we won't get into that conversation today. All right. So now with that being said, that'll probably be it. We did not trade into that. The Dow looks like it did. Yeah, what a mixed day. What a mixed day. But yeah, y'all be good, man. I'll post in the Discord later whether this hit or not. They look very mixed today. So if I'm wrong, then I'll be wrong. But that's gonna be it. All right, so y'all be good. Shout out to all the new members who joined recently. It is now just tier 3. It's now just SMS member. So we should have hopefully more people joining in the Discord pretty soon. If you're watching this live stream, because I stream for free, if you're watching a live stream but you don't have chat access, that's how you get that. But you get a lot of other shit too. You get the sniper, you get the emojis, you get Discord access, which has all kind of stuff in the Discord too. We have charts, we have markups. There's some PDFs in there somewhere, and other things that I can't think off the top of my head because I'm just freestyling it right now. Oh, George, I have no idea. I don't know. That's something you're gonna have to message brokers about. I don't know. But yeah, y'all stay blessed, man. I will see you here tomorrow. Same time, same place, right here on YouTube.
Stare with a numb face, like I lost there when the rush came. Can we talk more and touch base? Savor the one taste. Swallow your pride a couple times to leave the runway. No chip on my shoulder, just a place for you to lean on. Can we talk more than touch, babe? Chip on my shoulder, just a place for you to lean on.